Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Northlake's new headquarters here in Seattle, Washington. Just about a 5-minute drive from the University of Washington, a 5-minute drive to the University Village, which is one of the top grossing malls in America.
Cool.
Welcome. We have about 13,000 square feet. We have a main floor, we have a second floor, and we have a small basement as well. This will house about 50 employees once we get to that level. It'll have a really cool entryway, kitchen, lobby, presentation, conference room. It'll house both our construction, development, property management, leasing, of course all of the real estate, the acquisitions, the sales, the finance, and then it'll have executive level suites, conference rooms, fitness center, locker rooms. Yeah, it's gonna be great. What we've really pride ourselves on is any space that we get into, how can we increase the value of it? How can we increase the income? And so this being a space that we're gonna operate ourselves, we thought, okay, let's build it out to build and fit in our company and everything that we need, but also let's look at the space and how can we monetize it? How can we use it? How can we maximize the value? And if we're not using this space and we can rent it out for a Saturday catering event party, might as well rent it out. The extra income can be used to buy more real estate. It's just maximizing and utilizing all of the space that we have available to us. Northlake parent company will operate out of the whole space. Now, this space down here that we can go look into, it's several thousand square feet, is going to be our presentation room, our lounge area, our kitchen, and all of this can actually be rented out for corporate events, for parties, for conferences, seminars, whatever. It's got a separate entrance. So the Northlake headquarters can enter over there. You know, there could be some sort of divider here that if somebody wanted to rent this space and use it, it can, while it's still our building, it could be separated for a night or a weekend or whatever to be used. And so we will use this space for our own meetings and our own parties and presentations, for investor meetings, investor presentations, but we can also rent it out on a weekend basis, a per night basis to people that want to cater events and stuff like that. So all of this will be a lounge area with a kitchen and serving and everything. Space, which we will open up this space and have a kitchen. So we'll have a big commercial size kitchen back here that will have an on-site chef that'll cook meals for the company during the week, but also the infrastructure of the space will be here to host any catering events or anything larger that you may be cooking for 50 or 100 people. This is obviously a unique investment because it's going to be the headquarters of Northlake. It's going to be a space that we occupy. But when you break it down to the simple investment factors, we're buying this building as a Class C office building in a core location. And when we're done with it, it'll be a complete turnkey Class A office building, which will, in Seattle and the core locations, will rent for $38 to $40 a foot. And so if you were to run an income analysis on 13,000 square feet that rents it roughly $40 a foot, you get to the finished value that we have proposed for this building. Now, the value that the building brings to us personally as a company is significantly higher than what the numbers would dictate, meaning that it brings all of our divisions, all of our people under one roof. We can collaborate better together. We can house conferences and seminars and people for investors. And it's a place that we can really scale our business to buy more and more units. But if you were to look at it strictly from the numbers, 13,000 square feet Class A space at $40 a foot lends you right into that, high $13, $14 million finished value. So when identifying an investment, whether it's multifamily, office space, retail space, they classify generally real estate into Class A, Class B, Class C, and Class D assets. And that is all dependent on what year was it built, what's the current condition, what is the structure like, the systems like, the location, everything that they encompass in the property. And they split it up into these classes. Now, Class A is either brand new construction, either fully remodeled, turnkey, all updated systems, all updated plumbing, electrical, HVAC, a new roof, new siding, new windows. All of the finishes on the interior are, top notch. You have wood flooring, you have stone countertops, updated fixtures, lighting fixtures, plumbing fixtures. And it's a space that, a top level company would want to rent and therefore pay top dollar for. And then you get into Class B and Class C, which may be assets built in, 1950s or 1960s, 1970s, 1980s, and have been used for 20, 30 years by one or two offices or renters or tenants, and it's got some maintenance to do. So for example, this space is huge, it's in a great location, but some of the plumbing and electrical finishes, the flooring, it needs new paint, lighting fixtures, everything is big, right? The same tenant, which was actually a fitness center that operated out of this whole space, was here for over 20 years. And so over 20 years, a lot of the stuff got used and worn down, and it's about at the end of its life to where it needs to be replaced, which is where we come in to add the value, which whether it's a single family house, an office building, multifamily, a duplex, triplex, whatever it is, we're buying it in a state that it's got great potential, whether it's the location, the size, the space, the structure, but has some sort of deficiencies, whether it's dated systems, dated finishes, no income, vacant, whatever it is, and we go through and fix it up and double its value in a 12, 24-month period. This open area will be where Northlake Build, which is our construction arm, will house themselves here. This will wall off a section of this to be a conference room. We're going to redo all the windows in the back, bring in more natural light. We'll probably put some windows here in between these two spaces so that they interact a little bit better with each other. But this will pretty much house our 10 people in Northlake Build. It'll be 1 or 2 conference rooms. It'll hold our Northlake Development, which is all of our brand new construction projects. And so this space could fit probably about 20, 25 people. This will be acquisitions, sales, leasing, marketing, property management, reception area for all of assistants. We will actually probably put a couple cool conference rooms in here. We may even put up a mezzanine level, so around a certain section of the side there may be a second level that could host some sort of conference rooms and stuff up in here.
So it's gonna a loft?
It's gonna be kind of like a loft, yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna be here.
Yeah, May, where's May's office gonna be? Right here? So this will again fit probably another 15 to 20 people in here. And so we'll really dress up the entrance here. We'll have redo all of these windows, make it very inviting. We may have sliding doors so that when people come to visit us, whether it's investors, partners, clients, buyers, sellers, whoever it may be, that the curb appeal and the presence right out of the gate is. So up here will be the executive level. We will probably wall off individual offices, so we'll probably get 3 or 4 along this wall, maybe 1 big office for Jim here, the founder and principal, and then it'll just be a nice space up here for those of us that will be on the executive level. We'll be opening this up. We'll have some sliding doors or some fold-out French doors, and on top of the existing building, we'll have a nice deck outside here. And so it'll be about roughly 1,000 square feet of outdoor space that we can have tables for lunch breaks or just outdoor space, amenity space. We have a separate entrance here that leads directly to the parking lot, so executive level staff can come in and out through their own separate entrance.